Hey y'all, our phones are ringing off the hook with people calling and asking us what our opinion is on moving to Alabama or what the differences are between Alabama and Texas.
Or which is better. So today we're going to talk about Texas, the Lone Star State.
And Alabama, the Cotton State.
Plus everything you need to know about the two before you make a move.
If y'all don't know, I'm Tony and this is my wife Jess, and we love making YouTube videos to help everyone understand what they're getting themselves into when moving themselves down south to Alabama. We're gonna give you the truth.
The good, the bad, the ugly, and on top of that, we're probably gonna throw in some home price comparisons in there towards the end just to give you guys a little bit of an idea and you can compare those costs.
I'll start with, I'm a big fan of Texas. If I didn't live here on the Gulf Coast, I can wholeheartedly tell you I would probably live somewhere in Texas. Now, Texas definitely doesn't have the same incredible coastline or the delicious southern style food scene that I like, but it does have some affordable areas and it does offer great opportunities when it comes to finding a career. So let's dive into that a little bit deeper. What do you say, Jess?
Yeah, let's. Okay, so Texas has about 30 million people in their huge state. It's the second largest US state by both area and population, which I thought was common knowledge, but you'd be surprised how many people are really shocked when they hear that.
Wait, what's the first then?
So Alaska is the largest by area, if you can believe that. It's about 2.5 times the size of Texas, and the state with the highest population is California. But we're not talking about California. So.
You learn something new every day.
That's right. So back to Texas, that's 6 times the population of Alabama. 6 times. So now I don't know about you, but I'm more of a small town girl and I don't really need like a big city. It's nice to visit and sightsee every once in a while for a vacation or something, but I don't know. I don't really need it. I don't want it, to be honest. I like small town vibes.
Yeah, if you're like Jess, you'll like Alabama, where 5 million people is more than enough.
More than enough.
Alabama is the epitome of small town living. So small that when you take your kids to the school, the teachers and the principals know you by name, and not because you're in trouble, but because they just know everybody in town. And not only do they know you, but they know your kids. In fact, they go to their cheerleading or their football games because those are their kids too. You know, they'll be going to school together for years. They'll be working alongside each other for years. The teachers are also their bus drivers half the time. So they just see them multiple times a day. They grew up with them. This is where that old saying, everything is bigger and better in Texas, doesn't always apply. You're not gonna get that same personal VIP experience if you live somewhere like the Woodlands in Texas. And if you're not familiar, the Woodlands is the largest master planned community in the country pretty much.
Well, the Woodlands is cute though, and you do get a cool waterway trail with swan boats. There's this Woodlands Mall on Market Street and a trolley service that surrounds where you live. So, I mean, just with that being said, it has to be big if there's a need for all that, but I'd still choose quaint Alabama with its picturesque lifestyle and close proximity to the most beautiful beaches in the entire country. I don't care if its nickname is the Redneck Riviera, it is a hidden gem, guys.
Now, in terms of entertainment, Texas is going to have the upper hand because it's larger, has more companies, which in turn has more jobs, more things to do. But besides from being a great travel destination and a great place to vacation, you have to think about your overall health, your day-to-day life, because it can get out of hand quick if you let it.
I just think what Tony's trying to say is you want to make sure that you live somewhere that you enjoy, somewhere that you don't get wrapped up living to work, which can bring us right into a great topic, and that's retirement. So with Texas being so big and go, 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 it really doesn't have that slower pace of life, at least not the relaxing pace that you'll find here in Alabama. We pride ourselves on taking our time, and it might even involve sipping sweet tea.
And lower Alabama, where we live, is where you'll find a slower beach town lifestyle. Even if you're not right on the beach, it's still that relaxed, slower pace of life. Expect to see people getting around town on their golf carts or riding through the subdivision from house to house, just relaxed as can be, stopping to say hello to everyone they pass, talking on the phone for 20-30 minutes or in the grocery line. And in Texas, you're more considered a Texan living in Texas, where in Alabama, you're living in the deep south and you're living in the southern slow-paced lifestyle. Another interesting fact about Texas is that 40% of the population is Hispanic, so there's a huge Spanish influence. It feels like Texas is its own country at times, and actually it really was at one point.
Yeah, that's so true. Texas is in the South, but it definitely has a totally different vibe other than Alabama's, or any of the deep South for that matter, like Mississippi or Louisiana. When you think of Alabama, picture old plantations, large moss-covered oak trees, and huge gorgeous magnolia trees, and pine forests, and mint juleps, iced tea, boiled peanuts, Mardi Gras celebrations, fried chicken, southern hospitality. It is such a breath of fresh air. And despite Texas's huge size and wide open spaces, Texas is an urban state with most of its population living right in like Houston, San Antonio, that Dallas triangle.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because if you hate traffic, then being a Texan might not be your jam, because a lot of your big cities and the surrounding areas are just so congested. It's crazy. I guess if you go out far enough, you might be all right, which can go for Alabama too. But for the most part, in Texas, you're gonna be looking at these bigger cities that I'm talking about. Now in Alabama, you'll experience heavier traffic in areas like Huntsville and Birmingham. Montgomery and Mobile are much smaller than Houston and Dallas. So honestly, I'd say it's not even comparable. But just know, if you have ever experienced Texas traffic and you move to Alabama, you'll take traffic here over Texas all day long.
Agreed. Okay, now really quick, let's go and look into some housing prices. I'm gonna start with a nice little suburb of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just because we looked into living there and I feel like it's pretty comparable to where we're at today. So let's take this 3-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,700 square foot home, and check it out right here on Zillow. So it was built in 2015. It's really nice, nice neighborhood with community pool. There's parks minutes from shopping. It's got some nice finishes, and it's going for $450,000 with $1,200 in HOA fees a year, and taxes are just under $5,000 a year. School ratings are 5 for the elementary, 6 for the middle school, and it looks like it's an 8 for the high school.
Okay, so now we'll check out a similar area right here in Daphne, Alabama. This property is a 4-bed, 3-bath, so 1 more bed and 1 more bath, almost 3,000 square feet, so just about 1,200 square feet more, and it's listed at $485. So it costs $35,000 more. So let's make sure it's up to par with the other house we just showed you. It's built in 2017, a 3-car garage, $1,000 for the annual HOA. So it's very comparable. It's got a clubhouse and a pool.
Not just a pool, but it's a lazy river.
Okay, but what are the taxes and the school ratings?
All right, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, so taxes are $850 per year. The elementary school is rated an 8, the middle school is a 7, and the high school is an 8 out of 10 per grade schools.org.
Obviously, everywhere you go is gonna be different, but these are 2 comparable areas we shared with you because this is realistic, and we hope that you found it very helpful. The housing options here will blow your mind. Alabama has so much to offer and is very affordable. So if you're thinking about joining us in the Deep South, make sure you give us a call, because we would love to talk to you and help you with your move.
Yeah, and if y'all made it this far, please subscribe to our channel. We love making videos for you guys, and we'll hope to see y'all in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.